Hello and welcome. This is Lisa Jones, and you are listening to the Exploring Death podcast. Hello and welcome to the Exploring Death podcast. I'm Lisa Jones, your host, and today I have with me Gabrielle Elise Jimenez. In her 40s, Gabrielle went back to school to become a hospice nurse. It was not an easy journey, as she shares that in her book called Soft Landing. Becoming a hospice nurse was the change she needed to see in her world. She introduces you to some of the wonderful people she cared for until they passed and the lessons that she learned about life through death. Welcome, Gabrielle.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm thrilled to have you here, and I wanted to just share that we met during the Afterlife Conference in Salt Lake City.
Yes.
And I'm thrilled to talk about your experience of how you decided to become a hospice nurse. Well, on that note, let me pull some cards and do a little reading about hospice and, you know, the whole idea of what hospice does to help people. So, because again, this is one of my most favorite experiences of life. So the first card is always the blockage card. And so the card that I pulled is simplicity. And what I'm getting is that what happens when people first think about hospice is not simplicity. I mean, things are so complicated, right? You have a diagnosis, you get a 6-month or less prognosis. And so people are just freaking out. They don't know what to do. And so the last thing on their mind is simplicity. But to me, that's exactly what is needed in that time of chaos and overwhelm is simplicity. And that is what hospice to me provides for the family. And so the action card is faith, to trust that by calling hospice in and really bringing the team forward, that it will help you and not, you know, it'll be just trust in knowing that, because I think it's scary. I think for so many people, when even if they do get that diagnosis or even think about hospice, it's like, it's the end, right? And everybody's like, no, 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 no. They're like putting their hands up and like, no. But rather than doing that, having faith that this will help, you know, ease the process and help, as you said, during one of the most difficult times in your life. And the outcome is delight, which I love that, because truly from everyone I've spoken to, you know, the families and the nurses and just the whole experience of hospice has been delightful. I mean, people, they're just so grateful for me being the volunteer, and I see the nurses, everybody's so happy when the nurses come and the doctors, and it's just a beautiful community of people that come together. And it really is, as a dark of a time as it is, it's such a beautiful, filled with light, delight, a delightful time to be together and come together as community. I think that's another big part of hospice, is that it's really a beautiful way for community to come and support one another.
Absolutely. We don't do it alone. You know,
that's right.
It takes a village.
That is correct. That is correct. So I love that reading. I think it's wonderful, and for anybody that might be, you know, in the situation of potentially needing hospice or even down the road, just have that as part of your plan. Have that written down somewhere, that you would like hospice to be involved in when and if that opportunity arises for you in your care plan.
To let them in, to embrace it, because the landing will be softer.
And if anybody wants to reach out to you, is there an email or they can contact you through your blog? What's the best way for them to get?
It's I would say contact me through my blog. It's
Wonderful.
Probably the easiest. And it's www.thehospiceheart.net.
Wonderful. And we will certainly have those links down below in the show notes, so people can click there. And well, Gab, this was wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. I think it was such an important, really a public service announcement about hospice and the benefits and the beauty of the whole experience.
Thank you. I really enjoyed talking with you. And thank you for what you do. Truly.
Thank you so much. And for all the listeners, stay tuned, as I'm going to be pulling some cards for you up next.